Welcome, godly beings. Today I like to talk about self-compassion. And the word is used a lot. You need to have compassion for yourself. But what is actually self-compassion? And what I wanted to show you today is the tool I've been using for a long, long time, and it brought me a lot. And this is a very, very powerful tool because it's not only helping you with taking care of yourself, but it's also helping you to open up your mind and open up your heart and uh, make actually room to um, intuitive thinking and make room to the divine intelligence. So this tool, what I'm going to share with you, actually helps you to make better decisions, be better in problem solving, and on the other hand, bringing a very loving and compassionate full energy into the body in stressful situations or at moments that you are triggered by other people. What happens with us when we are having a lot of excessive thoughts, when we are in our heads, when the thinker is full on. What is actually the thinker? Because decision making and real thinking has nothing to do with the thinker in your head and all the thoughts. Because when you're really thinking and when you're really focused on something, watch it, there are no thoughts. And decision making and the real thinking, we're going to talk about it later on in another video. But now I want to talk about the self-compassion and what you can do in situations when you have a lot of excessive thoughts in your head, or when you lay in bed. You all have those moments that we lay in bed and that we always keep overthinking and we cannot sleep. You see 11 o'clock, you see 12 o'clock, you see 1 o'clock, and you're still in your head. And it looks if you're thinking about something, but you're not thinking about something. Your system is actually in survival mode. There is fear in the system, and something is triggered, and not something, but there's a complex or a non-integrated part of you, or trauma, or an energetic blockage. Those thoughts always come somewhere out of your system. It's a part of your ego. It's a part of the personal me, or the I, the I that's in our head, and that's all separation. That's the illusion. What you can do at the moment that you are triggered, and when you have those excessive thoughts, is that you can close your eyes, or you can also do it with your eyes open. Is you bring your attention inward. So normally most people are bringing their attention outward, and maybe you're not, but you can also bring your attention inward. And you bring your attention inward, but not on a focused way, but on being aware. Like, say the same way that you can be aware that your feet are in your shoes, you bring your awareness in your head and you start to observe your thoughts. And what you see, that your thoughts are always in relation to something outside of yourself. There's something happening inside yourself, and there's happening something outside yourself. And actually there is no inside or outside, but that's for a later subject. But when you're beginning with self-compassion, there is a big separation between what's inside and what's outside. And actually, if you really think about it, is that your whole life experience is happening inside of yourself. There's an outside world, but you experience everything inside yourselves. the feelings, the emotions, the thought, the experience is inside of you. So if you want to change anything, the only place where you can change things is inside of you, not outside of you. And we have the idea that we have control over people. Well, you can control people by fear, but my channel is not a channel how you can control people by fear. My channel is how we can bring love in our own system, and opening the heart and opening the head and opening the will, so that we have less stress, less that we feel more peace inside, that we feel more joy and abundance, and less shortage and less the negative and the painful emotions and feelings. And actually, the moment that you are in your head and you have a lot of thoughts, that's actually a moment that you can release something out of the body. Because if you really look good at your thoughts, you always see there's an emotion underneath. It can be anger, can be greed, can be grief, can be guilt, can be shame, contempt, can be well, I think I have the most feelings, and the reason why they're underneath is because those thoughts always come from your complex or the trauma, and the trauma is always including a certain emotion. So what you do is you bring your attention inward, you bring your awareness to your thoughts, and then you say to yourself, I'm okay, the other one is okay, it's okay. Shh, like you do with a little boy or a little girl, because actually what is yelling inside of you is your inner child. And some people think, it's just a word, it's the pain body. Eckhart Tolle calls it the pain body. Other people call it the karma, the wheel of karma. It doesn't matter. Those just terms, it's just looking what can you do to bring solution in the moment. So you bring your attention inwards, you look at your thoughts, you make them soft, you say kind and lovely words to yourself. So you bring in lovely awareness, loving awareness inside of your head, and you say, shh, it's okay, relax, shh, it's okay. And actually what you do then is that the moment you start to look at your thoughts and you push them a little bit away, there's something lighting up in the body. That can be in the chest, that can be in the stomach, that can be in the legs. Those are the spots where most of the time those complexes are. And then you bring your attention to that point, and then you just you don't have to change anything, it's just want to be seen by your loving attention. Because when we are in our heads, most of the time it's about a disappointment, or you don't feel seen, or you're a little bit offended, or but that's actually all an inner process. The outside world is just a trigger, nothing else. It's just a trigger. And what people mirror to you is also happening inside of you. We have the neurons, the mirror neurons in our head, and it's an unconscious process. So there's nobody to blame. It just happens. Most of the time we start to blame people. That's the normal reaction of the system. But here we have the conscious, and also the strength to pause between the trigger and the stimulus inside of you, inside of yourself. And between those two moments, you break the process, you go inside, and you start to make contact with what's happening inside. And that can be a painful process sometimes, and maybe it takes a little bit longer. Yesterday for me was a moment that I was talking with my brother-in-law. We had a small discussion about something, and a part of me didn't feel seen really, and it took me like boom, I was like, that was very, very painful, because that was an old piece of me. And I've been sitting there with, I said to my brother-in-law, I said, just give me a few minutes, something was triggered inside of me, so I have to look at it, and we can talk further. I'm doing this work already for yet 10 years, so and there's a lot, and the whole personal me is built of those not integrated parts, those limited or destructive beliefs. And this is actually the moment, this is the technique to open up and to let go of that limiting belief, actually in the moment that it's triggered. So you bring your attention inward, you make contact with the part that's lighting up, it's just a sensation, you're just opening up, you take your time and it opens up, and then the emotions and the feelings can flow out of the body. And then actually it's a better time to make a decision. It's better to come back at the conversation you had. Maybe it can happen that you are triggered in a conversation, and you keep it inside, and they say, well, thank you, let me come back to it. I need some time to look at it and to sit with it, what you're saying to me, and I come back to you. I have learned over the years, and I've did a lot of business also in my life, that when it's sometimes it's tough when you have conversations. It's not a bad idea to take some extra time. It's not a bad idea if you are emotionally hurt inside, that you first take care of yourself and then come back to continue the conversation and then finish it up. Because when you are relaxed and you have no stress and you are aware of yourself, most of the time the outcome of the conversation is much better than you're still very emotional. Because when you're emotional, it's not the best moment to take a decision. So go inside your head, then find the spot in your body, bring your attention to it, and just let the feelings stream out of your body. Bring your loving attention. This loving attention, what you have, is a very, very powerful tool, because that's the attention, the godly attention. We have the possibility to actually heal our own shadow or our own darkness. And yeah, it's given to us, and it's not for this. It has a reason, and it opens your mind, and an open mind is more receptive, has more possibilities to receive information, but also be more aware of your surroundings. So you see and feel a lot more when your mind is open than that your mind is closed, because a closed mind is nothing else than an identification with your own thinker. And actually the thinker is a part of separation, of the illusion, of your survival system. We don't need your survival system. We need our hearts and our intuition, our inner guides, to lead us to this beautiful life. Thank you very much for your time, and I hope there was good information and it will be helpful to you, and we see each other soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.